Hello, my name is Alvin Trummer and I will introduce the HOLDX Manager software to you in this video. First of all, we connect the HOLDX with the safety PLC, respectively with the process PLC. In this case, we connect it to our safety simplifier. Now the HOLDX Manager can be started and it will automatically scan all the HOLDX units in the network. You see the serial number of the related HOLDX here on the housing, and then you can double click to connect to it. In this window you see the chosen HOLDX component with the installed firmware version and the operational voltage. Here you see the door status, which is now closed. When we open the door, we have a different flashing code and the software indicates an open door. In this window, you can switch on and off the magnet with the password 0000. And then you can see that the LED is changing and the door is locked. This is helpful during initial commissioning because then you don't need to go to the software programmer and ask permanently to switch on and off the magnet if you align the HOLDX. In this window, you can see the real status of the LEDs from the product. Then we have a diagnostic data field where the last 10 errors are tracked. And you get additional diagnostic data like over/under temperature or RFID errors or over/under voltage. A nice feature of the HOLDX is the tracking of the B10D values. And if you click on that window, you see the numbers of the closings of the door. And here it goes up by 1 when we open the door. This window shows that the communication to the standard PLC is given. Next up is the RFID area, where we track if someone wants to manipulate the door by using a different actuator. The window will show it here. In the HOLDX, the pollution value of the entry plate will also be tracked, and the sensitivity for this feature can be aligned here under pollution value. You can choose between 50%, 100% and 0%. In large machines with many doors, you can ping each individual HOLDX by clicking here on the ping button, and then the HOLDX will show a certain LED flashing code, and then you know exactly where the HOLDX is located. Additionally, you can also set a new password here. If the safety inputs from the safety PLC are missing, then the HOLDX Manager will display the result here in the safety inputs field. If you click on it, you get the electrical schematic, and then you can see here in orange that the safety inputs are missing. For the safety outputs, we have the same visualization as for the safety inputs. If we use the networkable HOLDX version HOLDX R2, the Bluetooth scan happens in the same way. You will see after the scan only the master unit, and if you double click on this unit, then you see also the slave 1 and the slave 2. If you go into the window of one of the devices, for example slave 2, then you have the same surface as for the standard unit. The only difference is the master surface. When you go into the master window, now you have the possibility to teach in the row of the door numbers. If you want to use a different door sequence, then you first need to delete the sequence. This happens in the master field by deleting the slaves. Here you need to enter the password again, 0000, and then the Bluetooth is disconnected and the HOLDX have an individual flashing code. Now you open the relevant doors and you close them in the sequence you like. So first of all we say, for example, door 1, door 2 and door 3. Now the flashing code is again clear, and if you connect again with the master, then you get the sequence of the doors. Door 1, door 2 and door 3. An important hint, which could be helpful for very large machines with many doors, is that we can change the names of the single units. For example, door 17 or part B or whatever. To do this, you go to the relevant units under the device and then you enter the password again, 0000, and finally you can give in the name you would like. For large projects with many doors, it could be necessary that you need an external voltage supply feed-in, because the acquired power supply voltage may not be sufficient at the last unit. This depends mostly on the chosen cable length and can be easily calculated with the HOLDX Manager. Therefore, you can start a new project and then choose the used HOLDX versions in your project. In this example, I use 6 HOLDX units, 1 master and 5 slaves with following cable length. From the cabinet to the first HOLDX, that means to the master, for example 15 meters, then 2 meters, 5 meters, 10 meters, 10 meters, and the last connection in 20 meters. So here it's easy to see that you need an external voltage supply feed-in with the third unit, because then the voltage drops below the allowed voltage for the power supply. You can download the HOLDX Manager for free on our SSP homepage in the download area. Thanks for your attention.